It's Craig Olson, your good sports neighbor on 1250 KBRS.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Talkin Sports on this Thursday. Well, we go to the phones this morning where Tom Uvaas, the head coach of the Otter girls swimming team, is with us as they're getting ready for their section tournament tomorrow and Saturday in Bemidji. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Craig.
Well, can you bring us up to date here on what you have been doing this week in preparation for section? I know we talk a lot about the tapering and how different kids are tapered for different events. What's your approach been this week?
Well, the whole key is, of course, more rest and more quality sets, working on starts and turns. We've had really 3 good practices, kind of getting ready for the big show on Friday and Saturday. And just give you an example, in a normal day, we'll practice between 5,000 to 6,000 yards. Our practices now are about 2,100. They're very, very specific, right to the point. And basically our warm-up, believe it or not, is almost 1,100 yards. So half of our practice is warm-up and another 300 to cool down. And so you do the math, you got about 600-700 yards of where you're actually working on certain things. So, the conditioning part is already been taken care of. Now we're just working on the final part of the puzzle.
How big an adjustment is it to swim in a new facility, Tom? This is a facility that your girls haven't seen before. Does that make an impact at this time of year and at this point of their careers, or is it just something you just go and you become acclimated prior to the meet?
We just go and become acclimated at the time of the meet. It's a 25-yard pool. Our pool's 25 yards. It's water, same depth. It's going to take a little bit of adjustment, but that's part of the fun of swimming and competing, is to see how will you adjust to situations that you're not unsure of about. And again, I think it's a great opportunity for the girls. We're in a nice section. These are great kids we're swimming against, although we've never competed against them except for Detroit Lakes. But it'll be a fun time, and there's just something special about a swimming and diving meet at this level. Sections are a time where you make memories for life. It's where you have individual successes that won't be measured by points necessarily, and we're just looking forward to that.
Yeah, that is kind of different when you're not facing teams that you've been going up against. Obviously in your conference meets, you're very familiar with a lot of those teams, but how do you prepare for that type of competition? Do you just get whatever times you can find wherever and compare and see how you sit as a team and individuals, or how do you go about that?
Exactly, that's what we did. We were lucky enough to get the true team section results, and then we kind of estimated what we thought the times would look like. And believe it or not, our estimations were pretty right on. We have the psych sheet in front of us, and we're really right where we thought we would be, and I think that'll make it really exciting. We kind of lack the depth in this particular meet, and we know that, but I think as a team we're going to score very well in some individual events, and we're also going to score very well in our relays. And again, the whole purpose of the section meet is to get to state. It is the only way you get to state. And you have to perform on that Saturday, and you either have to take first or second place, or you have to get a state cut time, and then you can, of course, participate in the state meet the following week.
And to get to Saturday, you have to have one of the top 16 times in your event.
Exactly. And for some of these girls, obviously the race that they're going to have is going to be Friday. They have to give it 110%. They have to really believe in themselves, and they have to have high expectations for what they can do. And that's the purpose of what we as coaches will have to do, is to constantly affirm them and tell them that they can really drop some time and see where they can move in. Every swimmer on our team has an opportunity of getting top 16. Some might have to drop 3 or 4 seconds, but that's doable. With a really good taper, you could come in as a 119 backstroke, as an example. If you drop 4 or 5 seconds, you could be in the hunt for top 16, and anything can happen. We've seen it, and it's still kind of a young team in some ways, and at this particular level of competition, and so that'll make it very exciting.
Is the potential there, Tom, for this group to have a huge number of qualifiers for state? I know with your relays, you're really in good position there.
We are. All 3 of our relays are right now seeded first by quite a margin. Our medley relay is seeded by 6 seconds first, and
wow.
And our 4 and freestyle relay is seeded by probably 3 or 4 seconds also. So we're in a pretty good opportunity there. And of course, we designed these relays to have an opportunity to perform at state. They're going to have very good relay starts, safe starts. You know, it takes 4 members of relay to do well, and we know that. But we're pretty confident there. But I think we're going to have a nice basis of kids going to state, at least we hope, with everything working out and being focused and doing what they've done all season.
Well, with that kind of seeding for your relays, that leads me to ask the next question. I understand about the purpose of sections being to get to Saturday and then to get to state individually, but even with the lack of depth, if you have that type of a seeding in those relay events where a lot of points are scored, that should put you right in the hunt for the section team title, shouldn't it?
Well, we'll see. You know, there's a couple of teams that are really deep with numbers. For example, I think DL has at least 2 or 3 in the top 12, I think, in one event, and we might only have like 1 in the top 12. And, you know, it is basically how well you do with all the different players on the team. And same thing here, we will have to really perform. I think what we're going to need to do is see what our second and third swimmers can do. We know what these state kids can do, but it's going to be really the second and third swimmer in these events. You know, how much can they perform and what can they do? And again, the nice thing about this whole meet is all the times on this piece of paper are just that. The times on paper, they don't mean much till we swim Friday. And Friday and Saturday will tell us where we're going. So we have a chance to be in the hunt, but again, we also know we're going to have to really perform. We also have a very small team coming in. We only have 15 swimmers, and we also have 1 diver who also swims for us. And, you know, that's a composite of our whole team. We were the smallest team at CLC with 19 swimmers. So we're really going to have every person that performs on Friday is extremely important.
Well, I do know this. There won't be any team there that will be more prepared for this event than the Otters, because you guys as a coaching staff do a tremendous job getting these girls ready to be at their peak performance level at this time of the year. So with that having been said, we'll wish you well and thank you for your time this morning. Enjoy the next couple of days of competition, and good luck to the Otters.
Thank you so much. We will. And again, thank you for all your encouragement and support.
Thank you, Tom. We'll see you soon. That's Tom Uvaas, the head coach of the Otter girls swimming and diving team. What a great job he and Joyce Monk and Mike Hartwell do with those kids. And you can bet they'll be on top of their game tomorrow and Saturday in Bemidji for the section swim meet. And that's Talkin Sports for this Thursday.